This episode of the Cottrell Cast is sponsored by Coffee on the Line in Ashton Indoor Market Hall. Great freshly roasted coffee for low prices. Grab a quick latte for only £1.30, or why not take some coffee home with you, 200 grams for only £4, and choose from the wide range of great tasting coffees. Try something flavoured, £1.60 for a latte, all fresh and all fantastic. That's Coffee on the Line in Ashton on the Line.
Well, hello and welcome to episode 38 of the Cottrell Cast.
Oh, it only took two tries. He said 33.
Yeah,
He didn't know what was going on.
3 of us introing that. And as we speak, and I've never said this before, but as we speak, something that Fraser made is actually going viral. And I do mean viral. I don't mean that it's having 100 views. When we last checked on our phones before we switched them off, it was up to 33,000 views.
This is mental. So our production company was hired by the local shopping centre to make a parody for Red Nose Day of the Money Supermarket advert with Dave, that's what the character's called, with his big bum walking down the street. And we've been filming that today, and it's just gone crazy. When we were filming, we had to get security down to put up fences to hold people back because there was that many people. There's about 500, 600 people at one point there.
It goes up every time he
honestly,
tells us. It was 100 people.
Honestly, it was absolutely mental.
Honestly, Gareth, there was 5.6 billion people.
I had to have a PA set up, obviously playing the music, but then I had to get a microphone because I just couldn't physically shout anymore. It was honestly mental, and people have been posting Facebook photos and posting Facebook videos and Twitter photo and everything, and it's gone crazy. And one of the videos which someone filmed of him doing his opening bit has got, how many views is it on now?
Well, actually,
should we have a live check?
Let's have a check now, because the last time I looked, it was going up all the time, and it was up to 32,000. So let's have a little gander at this now, okay?
I'm quite excited, actually.
So you said there were 500 people there?
Honestly, it's at
in Ashton?
33.8 thousand views. That's what I have as well.
So it's nearly up to 34,000 views, which I always think is a shame on Facebook, because literally, if we had as many hits on YouTube as we do Facebook, they'd go through the roof.
Blow my mind.
Like, every single episode of this now gets about 300 views on Facebook, but on YouTube, it's nowhere near.
But the issue with that is that Facebook make the money. This is how Facebook have really been making the money, because some huge videos have been going viral, like, you know, on Facebook, like millions and millions of views, and Facebook have been cleaning up with the ad revenue because they don't give you any kind of cut, which is awful. So hopefully, the final video will be up hopefully this week. We're hoping for Friday, but maybe a little bit sooner now that it's all kind of kicked off. And yeah, you'll be able to see in its full glory. Super excited. We had so much fun doing this. Really excited.
Well,
it's kind of,
I've had
just amazing.
A very funny day, because I left work and I decided that rather than sit there in the office doing all my admin boring emails, I would go home and do them at home, because Sam's at work, and it's the first time, and since I've ever had my own house, I think, that I've just gone home to work, and I sat in the front room. I had copious amounts of tea, and I just did a load of paperwork, which was all sorts, answering emails, sharing stuff on Facebook, all sorts of stuff, and I feel proud. But one thing which has really, really traumatised me, and we aren't going to talk about this just yet, because I'll talk about it towards the end of the podcast to give you enough time to think about it, but it's just completely traumatised me.
Well,
I've never had news like that where
I'm excited.
It's just destroyed.
Wow. Okay.
Destroyed my whole
how are you,
interest in
Michael?
music.
How are you, Michael?
I'm fine, thanks.
How are things? Have you been all right? Good week?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm still suffering from loss of taste.
Yeah.
It's coming back slowly.
We found this out, that Michael last week lost his taste. It's been gone for about a week. Thankfully, it is coming back, because we have a fantastic idea for a little bit of a game that Michael's going to be playing on the Cottrell Cast in a few weeks. Michael is a connoisseur of beer. aren't you, Michael?
Is that another word for an alcoholic? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Michael always says how different beers taste different. And you know what? Certain beers I can tell, but you know what? The majority of them I can't. So I don't believe you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy a full range of all very popular beers, which are available in the shops, lay them all out, nameless, and see whether Michael can guess. I think this will be really fun. So make sure
don't worry.
Yeah, so make sure that you subscribe and stuff for that.
We will also be doing something which we haven't done yet, but by the time you view this, you'll be able to see it. You may notice, and I'll just move this microphone, that
it's glorious.
I've got a proper beard now, actually, and I've never ever had it this long in my life, where it's actually growing body here now.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm quite impressed.
I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. There is certain things which are really, really annoying me, such as in the morning I wash my face and the beard collects it.
Yeah.
And
like
you
rain.
basically cannot dry it because you will get a towel like that, scrub it as much as you can, and it's all stuck in the hair. Don't like it. It itches. For the first time ever yesterday, I was embarrassed. I had breakfast. I went to church.
Please tell me you had food in your beard.
Wait for it. I went to church, and it was only halfway through the service, after I'd greeted a load of people, said hi to them, that Sam turned to me and went, "You have crumbs in your top lip."
No way.
I actually had Marmite crumbs on my top lip.
Oh, I thought you said it was going to be something big, like a rasher of bacon.
Rasher of bacon.
And that was it. So no more. No
Anyone
more.
else smell bacon all the time? I'm getting this whiff.
Makes me look older as well.
I'm growing mine.
3 tones. You got ginger, brown, and grey.
I'm growing mine.
What
No,
do
you
think,
said
Michael?
you had... Very good. You know, you had trouble drying it. Use the hairdryer.
Yeah. I imagine that's what people who have like a big beard have to do.
That is the big problem, that people assume that people who have beards are lazy, but actually
It takes
quite
a
the
lot,
opposite.
yeah.
A proper beard takes a lot of upkeep, and people like David Beckham, who have a designer beard, it must literally
but they're not going to do it, are they?
Grooming regime.
They're not going to do it, you know. Like, well, the reason Gareth's mentioning this is because later on we're going to Mr. G's barbershop, where we've done the podcast from before, which you can see on our channel, and Gareth is getting a cutthroat shave and he's getting it all off.
Well,
actually, yeah, go on.
We're doing 5 stages. People have been given ideas of different stages that the beard can come off. So rather than it just all going, there'll be 5 stages to the beard going. The first one will be a Craig David, which will be the sideburns, the goatee. The next one, Mr. G said it will be some sort of Victorian handlebar one.
It's like that,
where
isn't
it will come down like that.
I'm quite excited to see that one.
And then a David Brent, which will just be a goatee. The next one will just be probably a Freddie Mercury tash. And then from there, it can either progress to a Hitler or a Charlie Chaplin.
I'd say let's play it safe with a Charlie Chaplin.
So you will see all the stages. It will all be packaged up nicely into a little package, so you'll be able to see it.
Packaged up nicely into a little package.
Yeah. So you'll be able to see it on, this edition of the podcast. It will be gone
in about 15 minutes time.
A few more things we have to talk about, because it seems as though it's been a really busy week. We've got our normal quiz of things we know this week that we didn't know this time last week.
Okay.
And of course this trauma.
Okay. Can we cover that now?
Well,
or is this your main content for the quiz for the podcast?
Should we do the things we know now that we didn't know this time last week?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on.
Even thinking about it, I feel a little bit queasy.
No.
I do feel sick.
Do you want Michael to give you a little back rub?
Do you know what it is?
Not a clue.
Oh.
He teased this before, and he hasn't told me.
And this is basically because it's just.
All right, calm down. Come on now.
Anyway,
don't tear up now, Gareth.
So I'll try and find it here somewhere on my script. Here we go. So the first one: 60% of women have a what but never use it.
Brain.
Penis.
A parking radar.
Oh, they would always use that. A woman.
Have something but never use it.
60%.
Wedding dress.
What? Well, yeah, they do use it. They've used it once, haven't they? You can't walk around the street in a wedding dress.
Is it a sex toy?
Nope.
Oh.
I think that
Well,
might
they'd
be.
always use that.
Don't we all? I mean, don't know.
I don't know. Go on.
60% of women, according to research last week, have a fitness DVD but never use it.
What's the point in fitness DVDs? What a
The
waste of
next
money.
Too much effort to put it into the DVD player.
What is the world's
Calories.
sexiest men's name?
Barry.
What is it? It's foreign.
Oh, obviously.
Mohammed.
Nope. Peace be upon him.
Charles?
Nope.
Go on.
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Alessandro is the world's sexiest man's name.
Alessandro.
So research has shown.
That is my name.
That's a long
1
one.
in 10 UK women would not do what on a first date? It's
Bang.
nothing to do with
No.
rude stuff.
Pay half the bill.
Yes.
Oh.
It said that 1 in 10 UK women would not financially contribute to a first date.
Okay.
I like how he says financially contribute, so other things they will contribute to.
Okay, here's the thing. I was talking on last week's Weekend Wireless about this. If you dated a celebrity, I'm talking like, I don't know,
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga standard, okay? Like
Turned up, meat flaps and everything.
Yeah, okay. Okay. If you took them out for a meal, who would pay?
Depends who invited who.
Well, no, because even then, the fact Lady Gaga has a lot of money.
Lady Gaga?
Has a lot of
Shorten
money.
the name now.
I don't have a lot of money. However, when this viral video comes out, maybe I will. No, but so a lot of money the celebrity will have. Do you think they'd go, you know what, I'll pay? Just because they're famous, or do you think they'd just be a bit of a
What you would
dick
normally find is that is why
celebrities date celebrities.
Yeah, because of that. And I mean, if I was ever famous, I will probably date somebody else who is famous, because deep
You saying
down,
that you'd divorce Sam?
I would always think I would
"You know
always
what, Sam?"
think no, because again, she'll have known me before I was famous anyway.
Yeah.
That's fine. But if you're single and famous, then the problem is that you would never know if the person's dating you because you're rich and famous.
Yeah. I mean, go on, carry on.
Right. So the next one, you can get an ice cream in Dubai that comes in a Versace bowl. How much is it per scoop?
Oh, I don't know.
Dubai is bound to be expensive.
£100.
No, more than that. He's going.
A pint of lager in Dubai once. It was nearly £8.
Have you been there?
Yeah, only in the airport. Only in the airport.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'd say £20.
330 quid for a scoop. I think you do get the bowl, though, included.
Oh, great.
The next one. Research has shown that what is the favourite chocolate bar for MPs?
Snickers. Oh, no.
Well,
no.
if it's in the House of Commons, whisper.
A flake. Do they still sell flakes?
No doubt it'll be
Kit Kat Chunky.
Something really, really pricey, and then they can claim it back on expenses.
Hey, a picnic bar.
No.
It's quite
Topic.
boring, isn't it?
No.
A Twix.
No.
I don't know.
Is it a famous bar?
It's a Kit Kat.
Is it a Kit Kat?
It's a Kit Kat.
Yeah, I could see that. It's quite boring, isn't it?
True or false, a dog can sense whether a person is lying to them or telling the truth.
Ooh, that's a tricky one. But I reckon it's true, yeah.
It is true, yeah. Research has shown that a dog's smell is so good that it can smell when a person is lying to you or not.
That's amazing. I can smell the lies.
What percentage of us make our bed every day?
80.
Not far off.
Oh, really? No, that reminds me once when Mum said to me in the morning, she said, Michael, you haven't made your bed this morning. I says, I know. She says, so she gave me a hammer and nails.
What percentage?
75.
79.
Ooh.
Oh.
A quarter of Americans don't know what?
ABCs.
Who the president
Very
is.
much.
They're ABCs.
No.
Times tables.
No.
Where Afghanistan is.
No.
Where they live.
No.
How many calories are in any of the food?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
A quarter of Americans don't know that the Earth orbits the Sun.
What? Oh
And
my
in fact,
God.
Right, this then continues and says that many of them believe that actually it is the Sun that orbits Earth, and have always wondered why the Sun and the Moon don't collide.
You made that one up?
No, it's here.
What
It's
a
here.
bunch of fools.
The next one, we're drinking twice as many energy drinks as 10 years ago, but we're burning twice as less energy. Is that true or false?
True.
True.
It is true. Research has shown that too much sleep could increase the risk of what?
I've actually heard this.
Erectile dysfunction.
No.
Stroke.
Yes, and I like as well on this how they've made it so media friendly, and they've said that too much sleep could possibly, I like that, could possibly increase the risk of having a stroke. Brackets, not in that way. They've actually put that on a
Just in
professional
case.
broadcasting
Just
script.
in case people thought.
The next one, and the final one, daughters spend more than double on their mums during their lifetime compared to what they spend on their dads. Is that true or false?
True.
That's because most of them probably don't know who their dads are.
Oh, that's
Oh.
mean.
It's true. Topical but true.
I'd say it's true, yeah.
It is true. And that completes our quiz
Wow.
for this week.
Well,
There
okay.
you have it.
Now we're gonna go over to Mr. G's in just a second, but let's find out this news with Gareth, and then
Right.
we'll play the VT to kind of
Wrap it up.
Well, to
And the beard will be going
yeah,
in
and,
just a few seconds.
and also for
Well,
you to kind of to let the news sink in, depending on how bad it is.
Hang on,
So,
I
come
want
on.
to know, when you go to Mr. G's, he said it's coming off in 5 stages. Is it all in one evening?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You don't have to go back every week
Oh
for
my
5
God!
weeks.
No, I'm not doing
Michael,
that.
can you imagine me parading
Yes.
around the area with
Yes.
a Craig David style facial
In fact,
hair?
could you please do that?
In fact, I can.
Or a
but,
Hitler.
but no, don't do that.
Imagine that one.
In fact,
Little Hitler.
get an Oliver Hardy one.
What was that one?
You know, it's even smaller than a Hitler one.
Is
very,
it?
very tiny. Yeah, it's about as thick as a finger underneath there.
So Hitler's was more of a sort of
It's 2 fingers, isn't it?
2-finger one,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Anyway, it's up to you.
Measure it like
Right.
that.
Well,
Okay, come on, give it to me.
Okay.
Give it to me.
you know that I am a huge Beatle fan, don't
Big,
you?
yeah, big fan.
Or somebody died.
Well,
Oh no, here we go.
this goes
Paul
back
McCartney
to
isn't really
something
dead.
This goes
No, I
back
noticed
to
that,
something
didn't I? No,
that
okay, go on.
Michael would have probably have been around when this first hit the newspapers in 1966.
I was around then.
Now,
Yeah, what about 100?
there is a rumour, right, which has been knocking around for 40 odd years, that Paul McCartney actually died.
Oh, I've heard
Wait
this
for it,
before.
in 1966, okay? And he was replaced by a bloke called William Campbell, who won a competition in 1965, a national competition for a Paul McCartney lookalike. He's a double for him. So, I knew about that, and then news broke last night that Ringo Starr, in an interview in his home, said to American tabloids that he's 70 odd years old. I think Ringo Starr is about 71, 72 maybe, and he said that he can no longer keep this secret and he has to come clean because he is the last remaining Beatle, and if he doesn't say anything, then the lie will go with him, and that will be that. And he said in an interview that it's true, that the rumours are true, and Paul McCartney died in a car crash in 1966, and he has even quoted the Beatle records. Basically, right, he says that, wait for it, Fraser.
All right, go on.
Put that down.
I
Put it
want to
down.
Google it. Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Right. He says that all the Beatles felt very guilty about this, but they got too far into it, and if they'd have announced it back then, they would all have been jailed for fraud, because it is fraud. So what they did was to subtly reveal details in their records, meaning that if the public found it out for themselves, it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, but then they'd still get done for fraud.
No, because
they would.
This goes on more and more and more, and I've spent the whole afternoon digging down into this, and I am really frightened that it's true.
It's called a conspiracy theory.
There is, yeah, but no, it's more about this.
And it's called Ringo Starr trying to get viral by saying this so that it'll all kick off and he'll make a quick buck.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because Paul McCartney needs the money, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. In no way possible would this ever happen.
There is song titles, and then it actually moves on to, there was a massive argument between John Lennon, Ringo Starr, and the management, and John Lennon basically left the Beatles and he'd had enough, and he said that he will tell the world. So then the Beatle associates hired a hitman to kill John Lennon, and it goes on.
Mark Chaplin.
And on and on. This does.
Is he called Mark Chaplin?
And the more I think about this, right, and then it goes on to say that the Abbey Road famous album cover, symbolises dead people who are dead are buried without shoes on or socks. Yeah. It's a tradition.
Yeah, and that's
Paul
why
McCartney has bare
that,
feet. Each of the Beatles represent funeral stages. The black suit of John Lennon, the sort of undertaker. Was it the undertaker? No, the clergyman. The white suit represents something, and George Harrison in sort of just normal clothing represents a gravedigger. Yeah. And there is certain Beatles songs which are just literally, and it has completely wrecked my brain. I've wasted the whole afternoon doing my work and then moving on to this. And there's even one, right? It says that Paul McCartney died in this car crash, okay? They were recording a song in 1966. Paul McCartney and John Lennon had this huge argument. Paul dashed off in a fit of rage, drove off in his car. He missed these traffic lights, died, had a crash. And there's a Beatle track on Sgt. Pepper's, which is A Day in the Life. And it said he didn't notice that the lights had changed.
Okay, how come...
blew his mind out.
How come Paul McCartney sounds the exact same? How come that on all the other Beatles songs, he was still singing and still sounded the same? And how in interviews... does he still sound the same? And also, finally, if this was a thing, this is breaking the law. This is impersonating someone. Well, this is identity theft. He'd be jailed, and so would everyone else that kept the secret, including the management. Because if he's just posted that, are you saying that the police will go...
The Beatles at the time and even now are the biggest brand in the world.
It doesn't matter. It's a load of rubbish. Proven by all these paedophiles being locked up. It doesn't matter whether you're famous or not. It doesn't matter whether you're in the Beatles.
There is something which... have a look after this, and at home, have a look. I might be completely wrong.
You are.
But...
completely wrong.
There's just... it... I don't understand it. It just
somehow... conspiracy theory, guy. It's the same thing that President Bush blew up the Twin Towers.
It even goes on to It even continues this, because I thought I went, well, hold on a minute. He has kids, right? Paul McCartney has 3 sort of old kids, and he has a 4th one with Heather Mills, and I thought, well, surely they'd have known. And then I looked, no, because his eldest one was born in about 1970 odd, meaning that they'd not know any different. And if you look at facial reconstructions and stuff, the faces do look ever so slightly different of an early Paul McCartney and a Paul McCartney after the 70s. And
because you
I'm
grow
just
up
thinking,
and your body
what if
changes.
it is true?
It's not true. That's why
I don't believe it.
Yeah, neither do I. It's all a conspiracy theory, I can promise you. Gareth's panicking over here.
But Ringo Starr, though, for saying something like that.
Ringo Starr's a knob.
When I say if it's not true, why has he done it?
And there's even
I'm sorry, Ringo Starr is a fool. He posted a video online saying, please no more fan mail, peace and love.
Even then, right,
He's an idiot.
continues on, and it says that when George Harrison died, right, the New York Times received a package in the post, which was George Harrison and a recording of him basically saying this is true.
Where is it?
I don't know. It just ends at that, and it talks about how anybody who has tried to sort of almost break the news publicly has been threatened with the life, with legal action, and
by
everything.
who? By who?
I don't know, but have a read, and it's just all up there, and it's just.
So that means Ringo Starr is going to die soon, basically.
Well, he's 70 odd anyway.
I mean, we've already let it slip anyway. And can we see this interview on anywhere?
Have a look, and if you search on here, it's just
Anyway, what are your thoughts? Post them on our
be.
Facebook page and stuff. Tell us what you think, because I personally think it's a load of rubbish. But anyway, to break that bombshell that Paul McCartney is dead, let's go over to Mr. G's barbershop, where Gareth is going to get the old beard cut.
I'm having it off. So, as we did do for the coffee shop, Gareth and Fraser, over to you. Welcome to Mr. G's barbershop, and I'm here not just to have the haircut on my head, but the hair on my face, because over recent months you will have seen that in order to try and look manly, I wanted to grow a beard, but what I've ended up with is a patchy, multicoloured mess. We've got brown, we've got ginger, and even over here, a bit of grey. So I decided, rather than shave it off on my own in the bathroom, I'd rope in my mate, Mr. G, who's going to show us 5 different stages and styles to having a beard.
Okay, well, today we're going to make this young, handsome person look even younger by taking off his foliage, take all this fur off, and we're gonna give him 5 different styles. We're gonna give him some sideburns, some mutton chops. We're also going to give him a goatee, and we're then going to give him a George Michael, and then
Careless whisper.
A careless whisper, indeed. And then we're going to give him a
David Brent.
David Brent, yeah, give him a David Brent, yeah,
And all that, yeah.
and then we're going to give him a little thin pencil tash, and finally, we can't say Hitler, so we're going to say Charlie Chaplin.
Yes. Slash Hitler.
Slash Hitler.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. But we're going to start off with the clippers, and we're going to fashion these chops in for him first. So let's swing you round.
Number 1, 70s porn star. Number 4, the Latin lover. At number 3, George Michael, the urinal years. And at number 4, American Chopper. Number 5, the Freddie Mercury. Barcelona! But wait, Mr. G, could we go a little bit further?
Yes, we can.
number 6, the Cockney Spiv. Alright, do you want to buy a watch? And finally, at number 7, Charlie Chaplin. You said Charlie Chaplin.
Did I? Oh.
And there we have it. Clean shaven, a nice haircut, and I'm ready to party.
Hang on a minute, you haven't paid.
Well, there we go. Thanks.
Look, the beard's back.
Yeah, it's back again.
That was quick.
Look at that. There we go. And during that filming, Gareth actually died, and this is a replacement model who won a lookalike competition.
Yeah.
You sound the exact same, Gareth, and you've still got the beard, which explains why you've still got it.
Oh, can I just tell you a true story?
Go on.
Wait.
No, this is true. It's two things. You've mentioned lookalikes and you've mentioned facial hair.
Right.
Well, you mentioned Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
It's a fact that he once came third in a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest.
And it's also fact that he married a girl of 13.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And his body, it was buried when he died, dug up, stolen, never seen again.
Really?
That's true.
But was it his body?
Ew, who would steal a
What would you want with it?
Yeah.
What on earth? Oh, look! Charlie Chaplin's bone! Oh no, we don't want to go down that route, do we?
Barry, don't go downstairs. Charlie Chaplin's down there. He's just hanging there. Just, oh, God.
I like how my double, who I am now, actually, he was obviously a double before I had the shave.
Yeah. Yeah, he just didn't have time to shave it off.
He isn't
Crazy.
contemporary.
No, he's not.
That's the problem there.
Well, anyway, that's it. Quick thank you to our sponsor, of course,
I hope
Coffee
Paul
on the
McCartney's
Line.
not really dead.
Yeah, I don't think he is. Big thank you to Coffee on the Line in Ashton Indoor Market Hall. Always does a great job supporting the Cottrell cast and all of our endeavours.
And we will be doing the podcast from there very, very soon because he's now built his new premises.
Hey, I can't wait.
And
I'm
he's
excited.
just waiting for, Michael will love this, waiting for an alcohol licence.
Hey!
And it will arrive within the next few weeks, which means that your choice of beer or wine, Michael, you'll be able to have.
I'll have coffee.
Oh.
After I've got drunk and sober up.
Yeah.
He said that he actually has a wine-flavoured coffee.
Really?
Wow.
No, that's a complete lie.
Well, anyway, that's it. So thanks very much, Coffee on the Line. Brian over at Coffee on the Line. Great job. Thanks very much for supporting us. And we shall see you next week on the Cottrellcast when we're probably going to be doing something else.
When it'll be weird because I'll be going back in time or future in time because I'll have had a shave back then. So I've almost had my shave. It's grown back and then next week it'll be gone again.
It's
incredible, isn't it? This,
amazing. Editing magic. Thanks very much. Make sure you subscribe on iTunes and Facebook, and we shall see you next week. Bye-bye.
Toodle pip.